Recording. We are live for Fight to Thrive. Okay, welcome. Hi, Letty. Hi, Sarah Ann. I love that your picture's like a frozen still.
Hello.
It cracks me up every time. Okay, so we are starting on Monday. And we just kind of wanted to pop in and kind of show you all the different things that you could know or not know, or kind of how to set you up for success for Fight to Thrive. Most of you are veterans, but there are a couple of you that are new. And so we thought it would be really great for us to kind of do this before every group so that we can kind of know each other a little bit more. And so then that way when we're in the group and we're cheering each other on, we're not complete strangers. It's a fun idea to do it a couple times throughout the group, but the truth is life gets really busy. And I mean, the fact is that the fact that this many of you are on right now on a Thursday afternoon tells me that, it's hard. It's hard to coordinate all the time zones and the people and all the things. Hey girl. So let's get started. So number one, hang on, I lost my list already. That's how I work. So really, truly, when you jump into a challenge group like this and you decide that you want to make a change, right? You decide that you want to do something different than going to the gym or, getting a personal trainer or whatever the case might be, you decide to commit to this group. And that lives inside of a challenge group tracker. And yes, it's just an app and it just is like any other app that you have. But the truth is, the more you pour into the app, just like the more you pour in, for those of you who are new or maybe you're in Tribe Trifecta, the more you pour in, the more you're going to get out. And truly, the people we see succeed most are the ones that we actually get to hear from and see and are communicating, and we get to be a part of your workouts and your food. And you might not think that we care. We really care. we really built an entire career around caring what you ate for dinner. That's like the true story of it. So never feel like we don't want to know all the things. We want to know about everything. You're on your period. You had a fight with your husband. You fell down, you totally crapped your workout because your kids were everywhere, or maybe it was just too hard. We want to know those things so that we can, number one, support you in all of it. So my advice mostly is go all in. Go all in. This one is short. We're only 21 days together. That's like nothing. It's like a blip of time. 21 days, and we will be rocking and rolling. Summer, first day of summer, we'll be through it. We'll be through July. We're going to go through July 4th together, which means we're going to have a holiday, which doesn't mean we're going to give up on our goals and give up on our things. We're going to fight through them. And we're really going to set you up in learning how to thrive in this group. So we're really pumped. I actually really like short groups because I feel like they keep the consistency, and that's really fun. So.
All right, Gal. I just want to second everything that Kim just said. And I want to talk about setting goals. So like she said, this is just 3 weeks, and you can do a lot in 3 weeks. There's all these things about creating these habits takes 21 days, and we're giving you these 21 days to really focus in. But instead of setting the typical goal that I think a lot of us set, especially when we're going into a workout challenge or a fitness and health and fitness challenge around maybe a goal weight or a goal outfit or something like that, I really want you guys to think about, how do you want to feel in 21 days? And I want your goals to be based around showing up every single day. Because if you show up every single day, it does not mean doing this to a T, doing it perfect. I'll be completely honest. I haven't done any of this whole health and fitness thing perfect since she was born. That's just not how I want to live my life. That's why I love what we do in this lifestyle, because I don't have to be perfect, and I can still feel great and get fantastic results. But I do dial in my nutrition. I do focus in on it. And so my goal is to focus on what I'm eating and be intentional about what I eat, how I feel my body, and press play 6 out of 7 days a week. That's my goal. And I want you to really think about what your goals are and have them be intentional living, really pouring into this group. And your goals should be action oriented. So if you set your goal to work out those 6 out of 7 days a week, whatever that goal that you would typically set for maybe a certain number on the scale or a certain outfit, that's going to happen, and you're going to feel great. And rather than focusing on that end of it, you're going to focus on doing the things every day that add up to get to the goal. And that feels way better. That's where you find the joy in this journey. And just like Kim was saying, pouring into this group and sharing not just the great days where you feel on cloud nine, but the days that are hard, that's where we can pick you girls up and really help you to carry through so that you don't, shy away from what you just invested in.
Yes, totally. I love that. And even like water, like setting water goals and, maybe setting like, I'm going to try 5 new vegetables or whatever, getting your kids to try 5 new vegetables. Those are fun goals to have. And I think that's what makes this, your challenge and your thing. So, okay. I'm going to talk about 2 parts. Number 1, probably one of the most essential parts to succeed in these groups is to take your photos. I know we hate taking before photos. I know it's not like the most exciting thing to do. I actually used to have such anxiety about it because I would always ask my husband to take it. And finally one day I'm like, why am I asking you? I set up a phone and I just pressed the timer because it was stressing me out. And then I wouldn't like the way he took it. And then we would get in an argument and he'd be like, just do it yourself. And I'm like, and I don't know if I'm the only one, but maybe because my husband really likes taking photos. It's probably listening. Anyway, so I finally was just like, no, I'm done. So now I just actually have a phone right here. I just take the phone and I just simply, this is going to be a tutorial here. And I just simply set it up. Here's my water bottle. Okay. And I just set up my phone and my water bottle and I stand back here and I just take the photo, take the photo, take the photo, take the photo, take the photo. And if you have a kid, that's really helpful. You could be like, hey, just press the white button. Okay, just press it again. Okay, just press it again. And now someone else other than the person who makes you frustrated or gives you anxiety because you don't like the angle, you can do this yourself. But the whole point of photos, number 1, we all know the scale is like this pesky, it's like a neighbor you can't get rid of, right? Like it's there in your house. People tell you to throw it out all the time, but you never do because it does tell you things. And it is a valuable piece of equipment as long as it doesn't make you
crazy,
change your emotion. What'd you say?
Crazy.
Doesn't make you crazy. Yes. Because I know the scale is so frustrating, but the problem is so much other stuff weighs into the scale, right? Like you could start, if you have been working out and you've never lifted a weight in your life, you are going to gain weight because all of a sudden you're building muscle and now your muscle is going to weigh more than fat. And over time, the muscle will eat the fat, but you have to get to that point. So a lot of people gain weight initially, and then that throws them, and then they don't even get to the fun part where all of a sudden you're losing weight. And so, if you're gonna get on the scale, I do recommend getting on the scale. I do think it's a great tool to have. But that's why photos are also so great. I just had a girl message me and she's like, Kim, I'm literally floored at what I'm seeing on the other end of this photo. She's like, the scale has not budged. She's like, inches, yes, but she's like, I haven't seen a change in the scale. If anything, I've gained weight. And I look at these photos and I see 2 totally different people. I'm like, yes, because your body changes. So there's kind of 3 measurements. You take your photos, you get on the scale, and you take your measurements. And your measurements you can take with if you have like a soft measuring tape, or if you don't have one of these, you could use a piece of string, and then you could use like an actual measuring tape and see how many inches. But the app's going to tell you exactly the areas where to keep track. And if you're like me and you never remember where you measure, take a picture of yourself where you're holding the measuring tape. And then when you go take them again, you'll be like, oh yeah, I took it there, or I took it there. But really you're aiming for your waist, your hips, your chest, your arms, and your legs. And it's pretty self-explanatory, but you can load all of those in the app so that you have them. But having those 3 measurements is going to give you something to, and I would say inches more than anything are going to be probably the most shocking because I'm always like, wait, what? 5 inches down? Like you just never know what is going to change. And so we recommend all 3 because all 3 are going to probably give you a totally different, outcome, but at least one of them is going to give you the gusto to keep going. And that's what we want. So that's the deets on that part of it. Make sure you put them in your app. Keep track. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to talk about posting. What are we posting? What are we posting? You guys will see as of Monday, if you're new to the app, that little circles will pop up where you can check in. If you just click it, it's just going to give you a check mark for the day, but we don't get to see you or hear from you. We as the coaches will have your analytics that you checked in, but that's it. The whole point of this, like we've been saying, is engaging. So click that box, share your sweaty selfie, and say how it went, good, bad, or ugly, or whatever. I love when people elaborate. Like Kim was saying, we want to hear from you. We built a business entirely around helping you guys. And when you check in just saying, did my workout, it's hard for us to kind of go, ooh, you know, can we help? Can we, you know, good job. Like a good job every day is great, but we want to really be able to dive in. So if it was a great, awesome workout, elaborate on that. If it was awful, horrible, and you hate it every minute, tell us about it so that we can rally behind you. And same with checking in with your shakes. Beyond that, we're going to talk more about how to check in with your shakes down the road of this call, but beyond just posting your own journey, engage in the group, comment on other people's posts. I know that people expect us as coaches, and it should be your expectation from us as coaches to hear from us at the end of the day or some point about what you checked in and what you posted. But the groups that thrive the most are when everybody's participating and everybody's commenting on other people's, because that creates the community that we're trying to create, not just, you know, the coaches just simply coaching everybody, but everybody rallying. That's where this really creates the gusto and really helps people move forward. I almost feel like sometimes when it's just us coaches commenting, that it almost becomes like white noise. Like you get used to that and you don't get as pumped as when the other members of the group are like, hey, that workout was rad too. I loved that part, just like you said, you know, and we can all come together in that way. So make sure you're not just posting your own, but also going in and commenting on other people's.
Yes. And I think, you know, just don't be in, like she said, post your sweaty selfie. If you don't want to post your sweaty selfie, post your shoes or your workout space or a picture of, you know, your pants or whatever. Like, don't feel like we have to see that. Cause I know people get in, I know that sometimes that's a area that people have a hard time with, but because, you know, we're sweaty and we're beat up and whatever, but just know this is like a very safe place and we all want to see your beat up face, because that means you worked hard and we just want to rally behind each of it. So, and yes, comment with each other. Something I will say, is set up your notifications. I think a lot of times people get into this group and it can be very overwhelming because all of a sudden you have almost like a Facebook and you have 400 notifications. So if you go into your app and you can go into the settings, you can actually, I'm trying to think of where my app is, and you can check to see which ones you want to receive notifications. My suggestion would be to receive a notification every time a coach posts, every time somebody tags you, and then every time somebody comments on your post, because we'll get to partners and how that works. But when you have a partner and they tag you every day and then that you never go back and like talk to that partner, that's not really engaging. And like we want, the coolest part about, I think this is like all of a sudden down the road, I'll see people like either getting together in some random place. And I'm like, wait, how did they know each other? And I'm always floored. I'm like, oh my gosh, they met in a challenge group tracker app. That is so stinking cool. And now they request to be challenged, you know, partners with each other every single time because they've built that community and that bond. So set up your notifications so you don't miss people, because it sucks to be kind of ignored, right? No one wants to be ignored. So and play with the app. Make sure you kind of understand how it works. And you know, when you go to add your post, there is a button. So you can kind of see that. So when you go to add your post, and there's a button at the bottom and it says share note with the group. If that's turned off, we'll never see anything you post. So don't turn it off. Keep it on. Keep all that on. We want to see your stuff. And away you go. So get familiar with the app just like you would if you were using something new. It's very easy, very, very easy, but understand kind of how to use it.
Yes. And let's dive into meal plans. I keep mine super simple. Kim and I do meal plans a little bit differently. And that's also part of the beauty of this is we want to teach you a few different ways to build meal plans and to use the resources that we use and the meal plans that we provide, but also to find your groove in it. So you might find yourself a little bit more the way that I do it, a little bit more the way that Kim does it, or your own way. We're shooting for clean eating, and we're shooting for, most of us are either using containers or following To Be mindset. So use those as your foundation and as your guideline, but don't overcomplicate meal planning. I feel like this is where a lot of people get stuck and they make it become this huge mountain that they don't want to climb. So then they just don't do it. I want to encourage you to find what works for you. What I do in a nutshell is I have my shake every day for breakfast. Lunch, I prep for 1 week, and it's the same thing for 1 week. That means I'm only making one large meal in bulk for the entire week, and then that's my lunch. And then dinners, I keep it super simple with a protein and a veggie. And along the way, I've learned how to incorporate the containers into that. Of course, there's snacks, morning and afternoon also, that I keep really simple, but that's my way of keeping it so easy. So when I grocery shop, I know how many proteins I need. I know how many veggies I need for a certain amount of meals for that week. Forecast your week ahead. You know, we have Father's Day Sunday. I planned ahead when I went grocery shopping today. We're not going to be at home. I don't need to shop for that, things like that. So keep meal planning simple. If you love the detailed meal plans and recipes, let us know so that we can provide more for you. If you are more like me and you need it simple and you're like, dude, I need a lunch recipe for this week. Andy, what are you having this week? Ask me and I'll share with you what I'm making. It's typically from Fixate, something very simple that I love. For those of you who have Ultimate Portion Fix, use those cookbooks. There's gold, and they're pretty simple recipes, which is the only way that I cook. And I'll let Kim kind of add on to the meal planning.
Yeah. I just uploaded a video into the Challenge Group Tracker app that actually walks you through how I create meal plans. It makes it very confusing, but it's pretty much the same as Andy. It's just if you want to be really legalistic about the containers, I feel like it's a really simple way of teaching you the containers. But the other thing, I'm just going to share this real quick. So this is Beachbody On Demand. So for those of you who you've used this before, you know what it is. Great. If you don't, you can actually go into, we are going to be following mostly core de force. Whoa. What's that line? Do you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
That
really
was so crazy. How'd you do that?
I have no idea. Now I want to do it again. How did I do it? Weird. Anyway, we're going to be following mostly core de force, as well as we're going to be doing a little obsessed, a little more obsessed, and then some 21-day fix lives. So you could really go into any of them. Let's just go into 21-day fix regular or live. We're going to all real time. And you can go into program materials, and you can go into nutrition. And here's, basically she has a meal plan for you. So you can follow this to a T. This is what I use. This is going to teach you how many containers you're allowed. This is going to walk you through every little thing you would ever need to know. So like right here, page 6, this is going to teach you exactly how many containers you need, and giving you the plan that you're going to be on. Then you're going to get your plan, and then you go to town and you figure out what you want to eat and when. And then of course she's got all the food lists. Actually, I think they're not in this one. They're over here. This will be foreign to you if you have never looked at this before, but if you have, then you know. But like, here's a very simple food list. So this tells you every single thing that can go into those containers that you may or may not like. So just know that the resources exist for you at exactly where you might just have to go search for them. But then I did upload a video of how I create my meal plan. So if you need help, that is there for you. Okay.
Perfect.
You want to keep going?
Yeah, let's talk about water, guys. It's so important. You will do yourself a disservice if you're not chugging that water. So calculate your water goal. It'll be half your body weight in ounces and aim for that. If you are like me and you need the cute little water bottle to keep you, excited about drinking your water, then get that water bottle and calculate how many times you need to fill it up. Another thing is drinking 16 ounces of water before you put anything in your mouth. You will hit your goal if you do that. And it will fill you up so that you're not just snacking on random things and not eating as much as you probably would have if you didn't drink your water prior to eating. Very important. And then I love it when people check in with their meals and their shakes at the end of the day and they add in whether or not they hit their water goal, because what it does is it helps you realize like, oh shoot, I didn't hit my goal. And a lot of people will say, but I'm chugging my water right now. So it's just an added layer of accountability in that.
Okay. Yeah. And another little trick is make sure make a couple of those glasses lemon water a day. Lemon is such a quick and easy addition to your water that is going to, the benefits of lemon water are endless. I won't go over all of those right now. I think I put up a post earlier this week for those that are in prep week, but, it also makes water good. And maybe you're someone who hates water. There are lots of things you can add to water, not like Crystal Light, but things that are, fruit or whatever that are going to make water even better. So, okay, your shake. Your shake is an essential part of your life, which you will learn if you haven't already. Make sure you learn to love it. I feel like sometimes we make it and we're like, well, it was kind of good, and you just kind of settle for that. Guys, it can be like the very best. I'm serious. Maybe this is just because I look for really exciting things in my day. And since I just hang out with baby right now, and drinking that shake every day is seriously like one of the perks of my day, which is kind of sad, but it's true. So make it good. Make it worth your while. Do research. Figure out how you like it. Maybe you're someone who likes really thin shakes. Then, lay off on the ice. I like it basically like ice cream. So I want, but I like it creamy. So I have like the way to make it. So make sure if you hate it the first time you have it, reach out and let's walk through how to make it so that you love it. So not that you hate it. And there's such a huge variety of things, extracts you can add, and fruits and frozen banana. A half frozen banana, which counts as one purple, is probably the best addition because it makes it creamy, it makes it thick. Plus, then you get one purple, and then it can hide all the vegetables. So my new trick is adding frozen cauliflower, a green container of frozen cauliflower. I feel like there's no change in flavor. All it does is add to the thickness. And now I have a green container done for the day. So you can, hide. I know a lot of people do spinach. I can't do spinach, but you can absolutely hide your spinach in there. Sky's the limit. Just learn to love it. That's my biggest advice is learn to love it and have fun with it. And if you are having a rough day, a little almond whip and some sprinkles make all the changes. I'm telling you, it's like a total treat, and it isn't. Almond whip I think has like 0 calories. It's like nothing. It literally, don't even think it has sugar. A couple Jimmys might, but I don't think you need the whole container. So you get what I'm saying. Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Let's talk about BOD, guys. There is so many tools on there that you might not even know about. She was showing you where you can go and look at every program specific nutrition guide. There's also a blog that houses so many recipes, and I feel like a lot of people don't know about this, so I want to point it out to you all. There's meal plans on here. You can search vegan meal plans, vegetarian meal plans for plan A, fixate, dinner recipes, lunch recipes, everything to think of, all the Shakeology recipes in the world. I think there's literally like hundreds on there. So this is a very valuable resource that you may or may not know about. One thing that came up in our current group is finding the workouts. So I'm going to let Kim show you a very simple way to find the workout of the day. Like she mentioned, most of them are going to be core to force. We're going to be doing a little bit of a little obsessed and then a little more obsessed. But if you look at the workout of the day and you just see the name of the workout and you're not quite sure where to find it, there is a search feature at the top. You can search by trainer. You can search by the length of the workout or the type of workout right there. So if you ever have an issue finding the workout in the morning, text us. I'm just going to speak for Kim. Text us, because I know for me, sometimes if you checked in with the group saying I couldn't find the workout and I don't read that till the evening, then I feel awful. So if you cannot find the workout of the day, text your coach so that we can direct you.
And pretty much here's your, like, these are what we'll pull from. So we're going to pull from a little obsessed, a little more obsessed, and 21-day fix, real time, and then core to force. So those are your 3 things, because the search feature button is not available on your phone. So the reason it makes it hard sometimes if you only use it on your phone is because you're not going to find what you're looking for. So, but with these ones, these are all real new, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding these workouts at all. Anything else you wanted to add to that one?
No.
Okay. But yeah, have fun. There's so much good stuff on there. I feel like every time I'm in there, I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. And then even within each program, there's recipes. So the trainers have recipes that they like love. Their recipes are within the program itself. So you can go through and watch them, see what kind of recipes they love to eat every day as well. So it's kind of a fun feature.
One more thing I just remembered is the Fixate cooking show. There's an entire cooking show that is highly underutilized on Beachbody On Demand, where Autumn and her brother Bobby make the extra recipes from the cookbooks. So even if you don't have a cookbook, they're all about 7-ish minutes, and they're really good. So feel free to check those out.
And they're really fun to watch with your kids and have them jump in and do them with you. So, okay. Partners, one of the funnest parts, it's not a word, but I always use it. Not an English major. Anyway, it's probably one of the best parts about the challenge groups, but it can also be one of the worst parts. And here's why it can be one of the worst parts. We don't always know what everybody's level of commitment is, right? So you get a partner and you're stoked, and day one you're doing all the things, and you check out your workout, you check out your shake, and you check in on your food, and then literally the person falls off the face of the planet. Because we check in every day, I can usually see who falls off the planet, but sometimes it's hard based on whatever that we kind of miss it. So number one, your partner is a crucial part for you to succeed. They're meant to lift you up when you don't want to. They're meant to be the person that maybe you can shoot them your phone number and you guys can text, or you can Facebook Messenger, or you can, be like, hey, if I don't check in by 8 p.m., can you text me and make sure that I do that? Because that's that extra layer. That's the stuff that makes the magic happen. It's that extra layer of accountability that really gets you the results that you want. So if you want the results, commit to the app, commit to the person, and go all in. And if you, for whatever reason, fall off the face of the earth because life happens and you have to quit, reach out to the person or your coach and just say, hey, I've fallen off. You need a new partner. Away you go. And the same goes for if your partner does fall off. Please don't feel like you're tattling on them by telling us. It's actually very helpful if you were to message us and say, hey, so-and-so, I haven't heard from him in weeks, because hopefully it's not weeks, that we're, days, an hour, just kidding. Just, maybe a couple days. Do you know if everything's okay? And maybe we'll know. Maybe we'll be like, oh yeah, you know what? My example was going to be terrible, but their grandma died. But life happens, okay? Life happens. And so we know exactly where they are, and we can quickly, do. But the thing that we will help most is can you go get my carrier? Thank you. Avery, can you get my carrier, please, for Brixie? Oh, never mind. Sorry. So commit to your partner, commit to checking in, and don't be alarmed if, don't tattle that you don't, we'll get you reassigned. We'll get you with somebody that will help you finish the group strong. So we are going to do a 1-week check-in, just to make sure everybody's still communicating. So we'll have that. So look forward to that part.
Let's talk about the fun stuff, prizes. So we are really excited about giving out prizes to people, and we give them out based off engagement and based off hanging out with us, because we know that the more you engage, the better your results are going to be. And like I said at the beginning of the call, we want to make sure you guys get the most bang for your buck. So every Sunday, we're going to be posting a leaderboard that is going to include everybody who has been super engaged in the week with their personal check-ins, with commenting on other people's things, with showing up every day for your fitness journey. And we will be picking one of those people on the leaderboard every single week to win a prize, and then you will get a lovely little prize in the mail. We like to kind of surprise you with what those prizes are going to be, just to keep it fun. Sometimes it's tank tops, sometimes it's cute water bottles, sometimes it's headbands. So look forward to those prizes. And remember, it's based off engagement and showing up every single day.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, on people's posts, like when they post on like Fight to Thrive,
Yes.
be engaging and commenting on people's posts when they post in there.
Yes. Well, that and like making sure you do your workout, making sure you do your shake, making sure you're engaging, you're doing the challenge posts that we have every day. Did you say that the Saturday thing with the photo? You did?
No, I didn't say that part.
Sorry. I just totally blanked. I'm like, did you say that? And I just totally missed it. So that's what we mean by being engaging. Just basically being in there, doing the stuff.
Okay, there's just so many pages. Like, do I need to? Because I know we got to be. I know there's the tribe trifecta, and then
no, you're. I mean, like we're more is as long as your engagement just really means, I would say, like commenting back on your people, commenting if someone's coming up on yours, that way. So just in the app, being engaging, making sure you're at least checking in with your partner. Away you go.
Okay.
All right. A little fun thing we like to do is wait till you check in your shake till the end of the day, so that you can check in with all of your meals all at once. So I have an app that I use that makes it really simple to make a little collage. It's called Moldib, and I'm actually going to type it in here for you guys. It's a free app, and it has really simple, clickable, easy to use collages. You can use any collage app that you prefer, but I like to do that and just plug in my shake, what I have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, anything in between. And then that way it's more of a food journal. Back in the day when we were just checking in shakes and not getting the whole picture, I feel like we weren't helping the whole person. So this is just another tool for us to be able to see exactly what you're eating and share all of it. If it was a bad day, share that it was a bad day. If you didn't take the pictures, share that you didn't take the pictures, but still talk in your check-in of what you had, and make it a goal that the next day you're going to take the pictures, because again, that will align more with your goals if you're sharing what you're actually eating.
Totally. Okay. Then the last thing. So every Saturday we put up a post called Saturday. Saturday is your stat check-in. We want to hear all the things, your skill and non-skill victories. However, if you share every Saturday under the Saturday post, your photo, your side-by-side photo, you can blur it out if you do not want to share it with the whole group. It's not that we want to see the photo. We just want to know that you're taking the photo. Your inches and your weight. At the end of the group, you will get a tank top for completing that every Saturday, as well as we will do a drawing for a $50 gift card. So for every person who completes that on Saturday, we will have a big winner. And then the last thing, this is the fun part. Okay, so we have a song that's going to be our theme song for our group. So if you're an IG user, this is like where it's fun, guys, because let's be real, life is too serious and we want to have some more fun. So if you're someone who really likes stories, create tag people in our group. Make sure we're going to have a post that goes up here that has everybody's IG handle. You can follow everybody. You can use hashtag Fight to Thrive. You could tag somebody and say like, hey, bottoms up, share your, chugging your water, or, maybe you're lip syncing to our theme song and you're tagging somebody else to do the same. Have fun. because that's what makes these 3 weeks fly by. You're getting results. You're ending it at the very least, you've had fun and made fun of yourself and had some good laughs. I mean, that to me is a win. If we're enjoying if we're enjoying something that's really not that enjoyable, I mean, sure, working out now, it's kind of, I mean, it's great, but let's be real. Like, I would much rather go eat something, especially today. I would love to just go chow down. Actually, I don't even want to tell you what I want to have because it's so terrible, but it's really bad. And I'd much rather have the really bad thing than go eat what's on the schedule, which is probably salmon or some other, and I'm sure it'll be great. But the truth is, it's losing weight and getting fit and staying healthy is it's not the most glamorous thing in the whole entire world. So if we can make it fun by engaging with each other and tagging each other in stories and, doing fun songs, then that's what's going to make it enjoyable. So have fun with it. And, maybe you start something and it's like move of the day that you epically fail at, and you tag and you're it, and then somebody else does it, and then you're it and somebody else does it. So that's what's fun about IG stories. It's just like a live feed that creates total FOMO for anybody who's not in it, because right, you're like, what is this person doing? I don't know, but I kind of want to be a part of it. And that's just kind of, not that we're trying to make people feel left out, realize how that came out, but that's, you know what I mean. So that's all I've got.
And on that note, you don't know who you could inspire by sharing this in your stories, which is the really rad part. Kind of brings it full circle to pay that forward. So thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I know that it's probably not an easy time slot for anybody, but we decided there is no easy time slot. So we appreciate you guys all being here, and we are so excited. Whether this is your 10th challenge group or your first, we are here to help you, and excited. And she really wants to touch my computer. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, you guys, I do. I have a hard time getting my notifications to show up on the BOD app. Like, I've reset it, I've deleted it, I've downloaded it again, and I've checked all the settings on my phone. I have an Android. Is that just an Android thing? Like, does anyone else have an Android and have issues with it sending notifications through, or is that just mine?
Notifications
for your challenge group app or the?
Yeah, sorry, the challenge group app. Yeah.
That happened to me before, actually, as well. They would all come through, but when I clicked on them, it would close the app out just by itself. And Kim had me delete it and re-upload it, and that's what worked for me. So I'm not really sure. That did actually work for me when I did it.
Maybe I'll do that. I'm not getting, everything is on, receive notification on my phone and in the app, and I'm not getting anything. Nothing comes through. So maybe I'll have to delete it and try it again.
That's what I did. I completely deleted it and just re-uploaded it, and it ended up, everything kind of worked itself out.
Okay, maybe I'll do that.
Try that.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question. Kimberly, did you find out how to get music on Instagram? Because that happened to me now, where
No.
I can't. You did.
I haven't been able to get music on Instagram for a year.
No, I used to, and all of a sudden it stopped. I don't know if I just used it too much.
No, I think, I know that Instagram is going through a big change this week. So if some features aren't working, that's why. And within the next 7 to 10 days, what I've heard is all features should be back. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. If that's just been happening recently, I would guess it's part of that situation. Because my music, I don't know why Kim's doesn't work. That's really weird. But mine has been wonky this week. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not.
I was just curious because I know that you posted about that.
I'll just be over here envious of all you music users.
Me too, Kim. It's not available in Canada.
Maybe they know I'm Canadian.
That's probably what it is.
That's probably what it is. It's it's totally, what's that called? Conspiracy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Ladies, one more question. Are you guys going to be in the challenge app? Are you guys going to be listing all the things? What was the question? Posting for Stat Saturday, what needs to be there, what you'd like us to see? Are you going to be listing that so we can refer back?
Yes, we will. And this week we've shared lots about we basically shared everything we've talked about today in post. So you can go back through and look at that. And if you haven't been added to the app yet, don't worry, that's happening today. So you'll get added if we're ready to rock and roll. And as well as the schedule for what we're actually doing for the next 3 weeks.
Question. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, that is coming as well. But know that it'll be 6 days a week, 4 days of, 3 days of Core de Force, and then 3 days of Autumn, booty, abs, arms,
Perfect.
legs.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
Yeah. But Core de Force will be the majority of just that'll be our cardio. So we won't hit up Autumn for cardio. We'll just be having her work the good stuff. So, which actually brings me to the next point. You will need sliders. If you know what those are. If you don't, you can get them on Amazon, or you could, you can get the Beachbody ones, but you won't have them in time. You can also use paper plates depending on where you're working out. They do work. They just might rip and you may have to go through a couple of pairs. But you can get them on Amazon. And I mean the sliders, like they're like little plates. Do you know what I'm talking about? I should have brought them. And then the other thing you're going to need is the loops. So the loops are what go around your legs or your feet or whatever. And there's usually there's 3 different levels. There's an easy, medium, and hard. You will need those as well. Again, if you don't have those, you can get them on Amazon. We should probably post links to thank you. Those are Amazon, huh?
I saw loops and sliders at Target.
Oh, actually, I was going to say Target has them too.
Yeah.
I think Tone It Up Girls they sell their stuff at Target, and I'm pretty sure it's their brand that is sold. So, but you can probably get them even cheaper on Amazon, I would bet.
DJ Maxx has them pretty cheap.
I think I got these and the loops for $14.99.
On Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So, we will post that you do need those, because those are kind of, for Autumn's workouts, they will be what we will be using. Any other questions? No? Awesome.
You just explained it all so well. We just don't have any questions.
You're welcome. That's what we do. We explain things really well, because it's our job to make sure you are set up for success.
Great.
And what you're going to eat for dinner. That's going to be my new favorite. I care about what you had for a snack today. Okay? Yes. It's true, though. It's very true. Maybe because I just want to copy it. You never know. Okay. Well, cool beans. Well, if you don't get invited to the app by tonight, please let whoever your coaches know, so that we can get you added. And otherwise, let's have a great finish prep week strong. I think a lot of people are doing clean week, and there are a lot of people finishing up Time to Beast, leg day tomorrow, and then away we go.
One more thing. For those of you who are new and aren't quite familiar with Tribe yet, every Saturday morning we work out live together at 5 a.m. Pacific time, and we would love for you to join us. So every single week we post a link into Tribe Trifecta. If you're not in Tribe Trifecta for some reason, let us know. We'll get you in, and you just click that link and it looks like this, and we work out together. So we're always doing the workout that is on whatever calendar we're following in our app group. However, if you down the road are following something else, you can absolutely do any workout, but work out with us, because it's always a great time. I know I always push myself harder, and it's the only day of the week that I get up at 5 a.m. to work out. So
and Sarah Ann is going to start doing Mondays at 5.
Yeah, 5 a.m.
Yeah, she's going to do a Tribe Live at Monday. And you're Central, right?
No, I'm Eastern Standard.
So it's 2 a.m. for us Westerners. So obviously won't be joining you, but Monday morning at 5 a.m. Eastern time, that will also be a workout. And I know there's a couple others that are working on some consistent time. So if you feel like, man, I would love the group, you let us know, and you can launch your own Tribe Live. That's what this is all about. So,
which that out. I need to talk to you about that because it's.
It's okay. I know. It's no big deal. Well, you know what we need to do is you need to start post it today and start start posting it throughout the week. And I'll get that calendar made of other
actual I couldn't get it. I'm very not tech savvy, so getting it to go live with my phone and my computer and share the screen, like I couldn't figure it out.
Okay, we'll tutorial that. I'll teach you that part. Okay, well, I'm going to stop recording.
One more thing real quick.
Yeah.
For the Monday morning workouts that Sarah Ann's going to do for the Eastern time people, are you going to post that in Tribe, the link?
Yes, I'll probably post. Kim, can I post the link on Sunday nights?
You can, yeah, you absolutely can. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to create a calendar that has all the times that we're going to do Tribe Live. I was hoping there would be a couple more people who wanted to do different times so that I could post it, and then people can just save the link. And then every Saturday you can post, or Sunday night you can post it. For us, Friday you can post it, and away we go. But yes. So you already have the link, right, Sarah Ann?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could just post that